So watch these figures jockey for position to get on a collision course with 47. Does this help the American people at all? No.
Right?
But Democrats don't care because so far they've learned nothing from Tuesday.
Fantastic.
Former Democrat
Why you say
presidential
Tuesday
candidate
like that?
Marianne Williamson is here. All right, Marianne, pretend I'm a therapist. I'm not going to bill you. Just sit down on the couch at prime time. Tell us what you're upset with, who you're upset with, and why.
Who I'm upset with is a small group.
Selena, where's the beautiful Selena? Hey, Selena, he's trying to steal your idea. He said come sit in his couch. Tell him, Selena, you're the therapist on YouTube. People come sit at your couch. He said come sit at my couch. You see Selena, he's out here watching. He's taking your phrase. I think Jesse Waters be watching you. What's his name? Yeah, Jesse Waters. Yo, shout out to the great, beautiful Selena. Make sure y'all go check her out, y'all. Great conversations, great topic. But when he said come sit on my couch, he reminded me of her, yo. Shout out to Selena, yo. Make sure y'all go check her out. I have a mod on here that got Selena's page. Please put it in the chat.
Of media elite, political elite, and donor elite.
Figures jockey for position to get on a collision course with 47. Does this help the American people at all? No. But Democrats don't care because so far they've learned nothing from Tuesday. Former Democrat presidential candidate Marianne Williamson is here. All right, Marianne, pretend I'm a therapist. I'm not going to bill you. Just sit down on the couch at prime time. Tell us what you're upset with, who you're upset with.
He said sit down on the couch.
Who I'm upset with is a small group of media elite, political elite, and donor elite who have felt that they had the right to strategize for the Democratic Party as opposed to giving the power to the people, the Democratic electorate. If the Democratic electorate had been exposed to their options in this campaign, if for the last year and a half we had had a robust conversation about what was possible, what we should be doing for the American people, what we should articulate as a true
See, that's the problem. See, Kamala only will come out to these events. That's why I'm trying to figure out what people actually sat and talked with Kamala. Like the celebrities? I'm talking about actual citizens. What citizens really sat down and talked to Kamala? Because when she came out to the events, right, it was her representatives that would talk to people. And she would barely be there. Like, where is she? What, in the backstage somewhere in her room? Getting herself together for hours? Because it was other people speaking for her in a lot of these events. And the ones that she did show up, you wasn't even allowed to record or ask any type of hard questions. So it's like, what was y'all hiding? Why y'all didn't want her to speak to us?
Alternative to what Donald Trump was offering, what we should do for the American people over the next 4 years, universal health care, tuition-free college and tech school, so many things that we could have done to actually make life better for the 70% of Americans who are economically struggling, for the over 60% of Americans who are living paycheck to paycheck, then we would have won, I believe, or at least we would have given a fight that would have been something to behold. Instead, we had a few of the people who you've heard, that you've had on your show tonight, the same old, same old. It's the culture of the Democratic Party. You said that the American people have rejected the Democratic Party. I don't think the American people.
The problem with the Democratic Party this year, I mean, since they, won the election, is like they said, fuck America. They gave out billions to other countries, let migrants in, right? My thing is, right, if it's that deep to let the migrants in, right, why not let the ones that are at the waiting list already waiting for their visas, their working cards, their permits, their green cards and all that? There's a lot of them waiting to come through. But yet y'all let a lot slide in and say, fuck the ones that are on the list. Let the ones that are on the list so that ones that are waiting and been waiting can make it to the top of the list so they can, do it the right way. Even the migrants that are in here legally are saying the same shit. Why this new thing? People doing it the right way, but y'all doing it the fucked up way. The way they, if an illegal comes in here illegally, they get taken back. I mean, I don't know what the fuck ICE does. You see where I'm coming from? I'm gonna be very honest on that. But what y'all do? Take away ICE? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I hope I'm saying it right. These motherfuckers.
People have rejected the policies that the Democratic Party has stood for. They rejected this elite, smug, arrogant culture, which acts like a suppressant on the voices of the party. They were more concerned with getting the approval of Liz Cheney than of our traditional Democratic base. Some of the people who need the help the most and who have traditionally looked to the Democratic Party to help them. Millions of those people stayed home this time because experience has taught them that there's not much help coming from there.
No, man. The Democrats just point blank fucked up. A lot of our veterans are homeless in the streets. A lot of them are addicts now. They've turned to drugs. Nothing else. A lot of them are dying in these streets. They got no home. They've lost the homes that they had. No type of income. Like, come on, man. Let's be real. If anything, like the ones that do got the supplemental income are blessed right now, because at the end of the day, they at least they could pay for at least a hotel room, something. The way the rent went up so high, the way everything went up so high, man, shit. Can they even afford a fucking hotel room? You see where I'm coming from? Like, man, y'all tripping. And then Biden passed this whole, I think, yeah, he did pass it. That damn bill where, if you're homeless, you get arrested. How is that a crime? I think a few states got that bill, if I'm not mistaken. How is it a crime to be homeless, though?
And that's why we lost this election, and that's why these people need to step aside.
Yeah, they did reject the snobbiness and the out of touchness. That's true. But they also rejected the governance. The last 4 years were bad. The spending,
well, you think so? I don't think it was.
They were bad. Everybody agrees they were bad. But Marianne, we got Barack Obama.
Not everybody agrees they were bad, but that's okay, Jesse. I get that you.
So she got a smile on her face saying that the last 4 years are not bad. Yo, smack this bitch, Jesse Waters. Yeah, Waters. I keep calling you Walters. I apologize for that, sir.
I think they were bad. So
okay, well, if they were good, then Kamala would have won and Joe would have run for re-election, but they weren't good.
I do think it was. Yeah, go
okay,
on.
But
we don't have to
Barack
say
Obama and Michelle, they're going to be in Hawaii over Thanksgiving. They're back in the mansion. They're going to be eating the turkey.
Yo,
they're not even affected by any of this. They came in, they pick winners and losers, and then they go back to Honolulu.
Yo,
is there any accountability for any of these kingmakers, Nancy, Chuck, all these people that
Yo, he ain't lying. Obama came in this John bashing men, saying this, saying that, and then he went back. He's like, I'm going home. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. Fuck this shit.
Straight all this stuff so the people can't decide. Is there any accountability there?
Well, unfortunately, I agree with what you just said about.
Oh, good luck when they come for me. I guess let them come for me. I ain't doing nothing wrong. She said, good luck when they come for you. Shit. Let me find out. Are they coming for me? Shit, Will Smith, come get me. He said the FBI, the CIA coming to get me, I guess. Let me find out. Your body, their choice. Shh. Oh shit. They gonna transform me. My body, my choice. Listen. All this Kamala bullshit that was happening, right? None of that shit has to do with the president. Abortion rights and all that, we have to take it to the legislators. That's who we take it to. So if, somebody feels offended because a shorty knows, where you have to go and where you have to fight, that's on you. Go stand up, go fight, because I'm already doing my part. I've already made my stand. I'm making my stand. I'm already fighting for what I believe in. So at the end of the day, look, listen, when people say shit like that, I laugh.
Barack Obama. The Democratic elite needs to face
the economy. Yeah, that has a lot to do with the president.
Facts. They have two choices here. They can either take the lid off the voices of the traditional base of the Democratic Party. Remember, we have a populist revolution going on in this country. It is populism versus the establishment. The Republican Party has made room for right-wing populists. but the Democratic Party hasn't wanted to make room for left-wing populists. So they have a choice here. You can either stay where you are and continue to lose, and you will continue to decline in relevancy and political power, or you can step aside. Let the left-wing populists who want to be having a vital conversation let us in. Stop suppressing our campaigns. Stop knocking us off ballots. And if you don't, those people, let me tell you what's going to happen. They're all going to go third party. They're all going to just figure what's the point of even trying in the Democratic Party anymore. What I'd love to see, Jesse, would be some contrition.
So since it won't work for the, Democrat Party, what they're going to do is they're going to go third party. So since, they peeping. A lot of people are going to go towards the third parties if they don't like these two candidates. So they trying to be like a step ahead of people. I be telling y'all, they listen in.
I would love to see is some acknowledgement that that they have to look in the mirror rather than blaming everyone else. And to be honest, I'd like to see some humility.
But isn't that what y'all doing? Y'all blaming each other left and right? And then the people over here doing the same shit. Everybody got a string attached to their backs, waiting for, their puppet master's next command. I'm telling people, look, listen, I don't have a president until we have a president that's for us, the people, right? When is that going to happen? Shit, only Lord knows. Only God knows. For real. I can't sit here and tell you when we're going to have a president that's really for us, the people. When is it going to happen? I don't know. You see where I'm coming from? At the end of the day, this election, people was, forced to pick. I mean, it's happened a lot. Which one, is the lesser evil? It's happened a lot.
If those things happen, we're on a therapist couch right now, right?
Yes.
If that kind of humility and contrition and
You said we're on a therapist
how
couch.
much these people mess
Can I,
up, if that's forthcoming, then the Democratic Party will have a chance. And that's what I hope will happen, because we're going to be back and we're going to get you in 2026.
Hey.
And we're going to get the House back in 2026, and we need to get started. And we're going to do that, Jesse. We're going to beat you in 2026.
All right. Well, we will see about that. But I do agree that about 75% of the country agrees on most everything. But they just divide us, and that's the problem.
You can look at poll after poll, and actually the Republican as well as the Democratic majority wants universal health care. The majority of Republicans as well as Democrats want tuition-free college and tech school, and they want all this corporate control.
Well, I don't know if we can afford all of that, but we're going to make America healthy again, one way or the other.
That I hope will
Thank you
happen.
very much, Mary.
Thank you.
On some real shit, the thing is, right now, the people is more worried about the economy. Will the economy get better? I can't sit here and tell you until we see what's going to happen, right? Me personally, I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm not going to dwell, right? I'm moving forward. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going with the flow, right? But I am prepared. Just in case anything happens, I've been listening, like I tell people, but I'm prepared for anything, whichever way it goes. So, push come to shove. All I can say is that unity is really needed, but will it happen? I don't know. It's been talked about so many times, and a lot of people don't want to unite. So shout out to those that are actually united, and doing what has to be done, whatever, whichever way you think it has to be done. Because, at the end of the day, not everybody thinks the same. Everybody got their own opinions, their own thoughts. My thing is, we should be able to sit at the table, put the solutions down on the table, bring the solutions to the table and figure out which one is going to really, help us, benefit us, and put it to the test. But it is what it is. Like I said, people got excuses. People get offended with people's opinions. People say they want solutions, but in reality, a lot of people just want chaos to continue to flaunt.